we didn't have to look at this video, and if we hadn't done that, we would have just gone on thinking, you know what, he said all that, he's just racist, right? But then now he had the opportunity and the chance to prove us otherwise.
Yeah.
And he says, oh yeah, I'm mega racist.
Yeah, he's saying he's not racist like the way
old school
racist. Okay? He's racist like they were racist in like the 1900s or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you remember when black people didn't have rights? Yeah, that's me back then.
Listen, I'm not racist. I'm Jim Crow racist.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck. Like, what was he expecting with this?
I don't know, man. I think I've lost it. I don't think I can.
Yeah. I don't know how. I don't know what we're gonna get out of this.
It's pretty bad.
It's really bad.
Jar, or Just a Robot, made a video defending City Bear. Yes, the City Bear that was making weird stuff toward a 14-year-old, saying weird stuff to a 14-year-old. Yes, Jar was defending this person. And now they made some of the dumbest arguments I've ever heard. And not only that, but they were also flirting with City Bear. And apparently took down the video after being confronted by Chud Logic on Chud Logic stream, and is now like having a mental breakdown over it. It is so hilarious.
Luckily, I came across another video accusing me of racism. They covered my video, Let's Talk About Netflix's Cleopatra, and blackwashing. The guy's name is Organized Chaos. Let's just hope he doesn't Photoshop me grooming a 13-year-old.
What the fuck did you say?
Let's just hope he doesn't Photoshop me grooming a 13-year-old.
What?
What the hell happened here?
What in heaven's name are you talking about?
John Wayne playing Genghis Khan was bad. I can say those things, and no one will call me a racist for it.
Let me go ahead and blow your mind here right now. In a vacuum, race swapping any characters, I don't care.
Okay, I know my voice can be grating to some people, but this dude sounds like a gay stereotype. It's just
going after my voice.
Did you know you have a bad YouTube voice?
Yeah, I have.
Have you heard that one before?
No, but I think it's interesting. He's not even going to address my point. He just, bad YouTube voice. Don't actually listen to what he says, because
I like, honestly, it is. I think that it is a hallmark of, like if whenever we've done like our critical drinker video, we did not go after, I don't think any of us really do that. Right? Like I have in the past. I've been more inclined to do it just to kind of be a little shit stirrer that I've liked to be sometimes. But like generally, if I'm going to make a legit reaction to somebody's content and like criticize stuff that they've said, I'm going to just focus on the stuff that they've said. And I feel like doing anything else besides that is kind of just, and including the times that I've done it in the past.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like overcompensating out of like, not being super confident in what I'm in the points, right?
Yeah. Especially also when it comes before the actual counter.
Right.
You've just shown a clip of something, and rather than addressing what has just been said and why you disagree with it, you start off with a diss. And then I don't know where he goes, but like he's probably gonna address like what you said.
So far he's like you said, poisoned the well, front loaded it with everybody hated this video. It's such a bad video. And also, listen to his voice.
Exactly. Before he's
now maybe we'll actually get to some substance here. Maybe.
Just so catty.
Gay. Just like, was he doing an impression of you, or is that how he sounds? Because he doesn't have any room to talk. Really doesn't. Like,
no. Race swapping any characters, I don't care.
Okay, I know my voice can be grating to some people, but this dude sounds like a gay stereotype. It's just so catty.
Gay.
Now I want to make this clear. He's not skipping the first 6 minutes of my video.
I also just want to say you're also talking live, or I'm assuming is recording something that he's playing beforehand.
So as well.
He can. I know personally, I sound way different in my videos that I record myself than I do live. I think most people do. You can more make yourself sound the way you want to sound. And I don't think he sounds particularly good either. It's not. I wouldn't watch his video for how his voice sounds.
Yeah, I mean, if
and so far there hasn't been any substance in his video either. So
if I'm being honest,
far,
both of you sound like a couple of nerds on the internet. You know what I mean?
What? I'm not a nerd.
I mean, I'm a nerd on the internet too.
We're actually just criticizing Bob on this video.
Yeah, what if we just like tweet me and
I'm getting destroyed? Yeah,
no, I actually agree.
This robot makes a good point.
You got you there, Bob.
Yeah. Wow, yeah. Why are you showing us this? This looks horrible for you.
The most recent example I can think of would be the Ancient One in Doctor Strange. Don't want to slight Tilda Swinton. Tilda Swinton's a fantastic actress. She's white. Ancient One's not white.
Oh yeah, I complained about that one too. They got both his race and his gender wrong. The reason for this was probably because, well, there's not a lot of Asian actors in America because there's not a lot of Asian people in America in general. So
what
they
the
had to go.
Fuck?
Oh, yeah,
what the actual fuck did this fucking
hold
idiot just say? I'm sorry, man. That is the dumbest shit. Oh my god.
Yeah. So, fun fact: it was because the Ancient One is Tibetan. It's something that Kevin Feige has expressed regret to this day that he did that. But I mean, Tilda Swinton is a great actress. I don't want to
look, guys. We're just fresh out of Asian actors in America today.
Yeah, we're out of Asian actors in America.
Hey, Kevin, call the Asian actor. Ah, fuck, they can't do that. Oh, damn.
They're fresh out.
We ran out.
Using the 3 Asian actors over in that other production right now. We can't get them. It's,
damn it.
It's like, what argument is this? Like,
bro has not made an argument in this video. He's just...
He is... This is him...
He's yapping.
I assume scripting this.
He's full on just waffling. Yeah, and this is scripted content. And this is the best he can come up with. It's actually because there are not a lot of Asians in America.
Yeah, true. I'm getting owned, guys. He's making good points.
Honestly, I agree with every point he's made so far.
Yeah.
The Asian American population is about 6.2% of the population, and
so there's 6.2 Asians in America.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
okay.
And I can agree that there was probably at least 6 other movies at that time which were using those Asian actors.
Right, they were probably just all busy.
Yeah. And it's not even just the actor part, it's also just there just aren't that many Asians in America.
Yeah.
Just in general.
I mean, look, there's not. Comparatively, there's not. But that's kind of like, that's the... and I want to be clear here that whenever, I say something is racist, I'm not going to call this guy racist, right? I try not to do that anymore just because I don't want to fucking end up in a situation where I'm like having to prove that this person is racist because I don't fucking know what's in his heart. But I know when language is expressing bigoted or racist or, ideas, that contribute to culture of or systemic issues of racism and stuff, that's much more easy to prove. And like when you're just basically downplaying that we even have that many Asians at all, because there's like 6.2% of the population is it's not really any compared to all the white folks, but I mean, you're doing the racist thing. You're contributing to it by dismissing them because there's not that many of them.
I also just want to say, when we're saying, like, obviously there's not as many as some other demographics in America, but 6% of 330 million people is still, like, a lot. It's somewhere, like, 20 million.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's still a lot of people. If you said 6% of Denmark's population, sure, that's not that many people, but it's fucking the U.S. population. It's such an idiotic thing to say.
Yep.
True.
It's let's see.
I will say I don't think he said anything that in this video so far that I would label as racist. Yeah.
No.
I also just think that if you're responding to a video that's calling you racist and you disagree with that, and this is the best you can come up with to defend your case, then perhaps you deserve to be called racist, because this is pathetic.
Yeah,
no,
I don't think this guy probably has put effort. Like, I was looking at his content earlier, and he's, I don't think he's put effort into his content in who knows how long, right? Like, I think he just kind of like, oh, somebody said something about me, time to fire up the recorder and say some stuff. The first thing that pops to into my head whenever I'm listening to their fucking video. Oh, he's got a funny voice. Your voice sucks. You're downvoted. It's downvoted. You know.
But now this happens to be happening a bit the other way. All of a sudden, you're triggered.
I wouldn't say I'm triggered, I'm just complaining about an issue I've been noticing. And ever since I started making YouTube videos, it has been going both ways. And I get called racist because people like you call anyone who disagrees with them racist.
That sounds...
Oh, that one's original. I've not heard that.
Yeah, that's
before.
just the man. Chud YouTubers,
Dane?
stop using the same exact fucking bullshit talking points. Challenge still incomplete.
Dane, I know, like, my favorite superhero movie is Spider-Man 2, and yours favorite is Avengers Endgame. I disagree with you, you racist.
Yeah, I mean, fuck, man.
Fuck you, racist.
You fucking racist.
No, I mean, that's just the type of shit they do. It's like, there's plenty of people I disagree with on this platform that I would never label stuff like that.
He hit on something that I think is a real issue in the divide between, you know, Chud and like other people, regular people. They see equity as being unequal.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? So like when he's saying it's been going both ways, you're right. Like in his mind, well then it's all equal then, right? Like or something like that. I don't know. And then doing it anymore, it's hard to understand how, because if you don't understand what equity is and why, you know, it's this idea that basically we had the Civil Rights Act in the US, and like, you know, black people, they're equal on paper. So now everything's equal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And like, look, they can go get a job, you know, in working in pretty much any industry like anybody else can. We're equal. They can buy a home. That we're equal, without considering the context of like, you know, historical redlining and you know, the ongoing prejudice that prevents, you know, people of color of getting the same opportunities and roles and stuff like that, and being like generational fucking trauma, generational fucking poverty, that you know, these things compound onto each other and create massive fucking issues of inequity, you know. Whereas like, yes, on paper maybe equal, but like that is not the end of the story.
The Little Mermaid, that huge controversy when that blew up, that was like a year ago. So did you do this when the movie came out?
Yes, I did. You can check the dates for when this movie came out and for when my video came out. They're pretty close together.
Literally, Halle Bailey being cast as Ariel was released, that factoid was released before the pandemic. And then when it came out in the trailer that she was playing Ariel, that's when everybody got outraged, even though it was known for years that she'd be playing Ariel.
That's nice and all, but I was still reviewing the movie. If it's announced that the actress for The Little Mermaid is going to be black, I still have to wait for the movie to come out so I can review it. Now, don't get me wrong, I've talked about Disney.
Oh, yeah, how dare I just go over factoids about what happened?
So you can't, well, what the fuck was the point of what he's saying there? I don't even understand.
Yeah, it feels completely... My whole point was that YouTube blew up when the trailer came out, even though it was known for years that a black woman would be playing Ariel. But,
and I think he was doing the whole like, oh, you thought I was one of those who only reacted before the movie came out. Yeah. But then now he's also showing that, oh, he actually does that with the Snow White and the seven
I haven't
dwarfs.
seen this, but like, that is that movie definitely hasn't come out.
No,
Snow Not White and the Seven Dwarfs, the Seven Not Dwarfs, which great title.
So I guess you do make videos like these. Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
These live action Snow White before it came out. But the thing is, that video wasn't a review. But the video where I talked about Disney's live-action Little Mermaid was a review.
And now, probably...
So, what... Like, I haven't gone through his videos, but it kind of sounds like he's saying he does do videos like that. It's just not a review, so...
Didn't seem like... Was that your argument?
Yeah.
About when the movie is coming out, you're going to complain that she's playing Ariel?
What? No, I'm going to be complaining about the whole movie. Sure, the actress being black is a big part of the controversy around this movie, but it's only one small part of it. And while Halle Berry is black, she's very light black. She could easily pass the paper bag test. If you don't know what that is, look it up.
And I want to stress, as someone who didn't like...
Okay, so, I'm going to look it up, actually.
I looked it up, too. It's a Google thing. Brown paper bag test is a term in African American oral history used to describe a colorist discriminatory.
It's literally colorist, dude.
Community.
Like,
yeah. So essentially, the whole thing is essentially if you are lighter than a brown paper bag, you're passing.
What the fuck?
Okay, man. For one thing, it's actually fucking racist, man, and it's also just like
it's super racist.
It's the inverse of the one drop rule. So the one drop rule asserted that any person with even one ancestor of black ancestry, one drop of black blood, is considered black.
So that's actually pretty fucking racist.
Dude just randomly brought in a fucking colorist, racist, goddamn trope. To fucking make an argument that he's not racist? What the?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Wait, was that in his video, or first video, or was that in his response to you? I'm sorry.
That's his response. Yeah.
Holy shit, dude. Holy fucking shit, Just a Robot. You're an idiot.
That's called a good argument. All right. This man is higher than us.
That's almost as bad as the time that that guy dropped the N-word trying to prove that he wasn't racist.
Yeah.
Okay, what's more racist, calling somebody a nigger or doing a lynching?
What? You just got this video demonetized.
Yeah, dude, look, check it out. No, seriously. Jim, no. I don't know. You honestly seem shit-faced, Jim, and I don't know that you probably are gonna be happy that you did this whenever you wake up tomorrow and you're so.
No, it's quite telling. It's like they can't react to us without kind of just exposing that we're right.
Wow, man! Wow.
No, I find it interesting.
We can just stop now. I think
that was like
we're just done. We won
for me.
I think we won. We can just end it.
Yeah.
No, all right.
I don't think we need to cover more because, he's kind of his argument that I'm not racist is to do racist stuff. I don't know. He did kind of destroy my argument because I think his point was that Halle Bailey, he can't be racist against her because she's lighter than a paper bag. That's a good point, right?
So, what is his point about criticizing it in the first place, then?
Do you want to keep going, or I don't know?
No, I mean, why would
I just need to see that argument again.
Is very light black. She could easily pass the paper bag test. If you don't know what that is, look it up.
Okay. Yep. No. I was like, maybe we misheard, but nope.
And what's noteworthy is that you can tell from the audio that was like ADR'd in. That was like something where it's like, oh, this is a really good point. I'm gonna put it in there.
I'm gonna add this. This is good shit. This is a game changer.
Bro almost proved he was not racist until he was in the edit. He was like, oh, okay, you know what? Let's put it in.
Yeah,
it's like he was overcome with the impulse to just like add that shit. Man. Look, dude, if you're assuming Just a Robot that you're a white man, like ourselves here, if that's the case, you don't want to bring up stuff like the paper bag test, man. You just don't. Like, not if you want to be seen as not doing racism. You know, I'm like I said, I'm not going to call you a racist, but you're definitely doing some racism right there, man. If you're a white guy, if you're a black guy, you know, look, I can't police your community. But just generally, from what I understand, that is definitely colorism whenever you do that kind of shit. So
that's the thing. Obviously, we don't know what he looks like. I would just assume that if he was black, he would have used it as an argument. But
yeah, definitely. You're right.
Yeah, true. I think Frankie throws that around quite a bit.
Yeah.
You know, I'm glad, though. One thing I'm glad of is that, like, finally I have a clear distinction in my mind, the difference between just some guy and just a robot.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. They're both idiots.
We learned something.
Both really fucking dumb.
But yeah, just from the very beginning of that video, he didn't really have anything to say, you know, with how he started off by criticizing you, not based on your arguments or what you said, just based on your voice and your dislikes.
Yeah.
And it's just, he was framing the video from the beginning in a certain light because he knew he didn't have the sauce to actually call you out for your arguments. And then when he actually started doing that, he also failed and just proved your point.
So let's see. I want to predict if he does respond to this, actually. So he might say that you went and you had to go get your friends to back you up. He's going to mention me vaping for sure. Well, they love to mention that shit. Oh, he vapes.
Spoiler, I actually just wanted to go over this with you guys because I kind of had fun going over the beginning of it on my solo stream because I just thought it was pretty funny. Yes, I
do.
Well, I mean,
that's the thing. We can't keep circle jerking and just reacting to whole videos. That's impossible.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, after 6 minutes, I think I can't imagine it would get much better.
I feel like he did a good job proving me right.
Well, maybe he comes back and he's like, "Look, guys, I've learned that actually what I said about the paper bag, then it's really problematic, and I shouldn't do that, and I'm sorry." Maybe he says that. No, he doesn't say that.
Yeah, maybe he's made his video as like some kind of character arc, you know, where he starts in his
well.
He starts in the old place, and he comes back at the end, and he's like, you know what, I've changed, and this has been a journey.
It's time to go to the ultimate authority, Magneto. What's the verdict?
Bigot.
Oh well, shit.
Magneto was right.
Magneto, he's based as fuck.
He's always right. All right.
Except when he does the murder stuff. I'm not so much.
Yeah, the murders are not good. But, but at the same time,
the hardest choices require the strongest wills.
Well, so he responds to each of us in this. Is that right?
Apparently, here I'll bring up the thumbnail real fast.
Okay.
We're all featured. Only I am in the title, but no, he identified us as. No, it's a little disappointing. Nobody can be as classy as nobody can be as classy as whatever the fuck.
Hypnotic.
So he first of all, he's not doing too much on a second channel recently, but yeah. So we are the Three Stooges.
Nice.
Turf, you are Mo. I am Larry, and Dane, you are Curly. So real quick, I'm sorry, Turf. And Dave, congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. I'm happy with this result, honestly.
See, this is probably the best possible outcome because, as we've mentioned before, I don't know who they are. So this is
very silly show from long ago. I loved it when I was a kid. I don't know. I might still like it now just from nostalgia, but
from back in the 40s.
Yeah,
from a while ago. Before that a little bit.
Might be, yeah. I mean, Marx Brothers there too.
It's that old. I was making a joke.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, you're not too far off. No.
Oh damn! I was doing the whole you were a child in the 40s, haha.
At the same time, what we could do is we could just bypass the back and forth if you wanted. I'm just throwing this out there and just kind of read through his wiki here because dude's had an interesting run.
Well, I mean, that might be a good thing to go over real quick before we even do anything about this. And actually, I can look over highlight stuff while you read over it.
This is just a dude who was just a robot. Apparently.
That's a robot, guys.
That's a guy that's a robot. All right.
I can see it.
So boop. Just a robot. My eyes have seen the glory of the cleansing of YouTube. Debunking SJWs and feminazis too. We criticize reactionists in hopes they'll get the boot. Just a robot marches on.
I love that it says just a robot born December 9. There's no year. I love that.
Yeah.
Sometimes abbreviated to JAR.
There's no year.
American YouTuber known for his commentaries on political and social issues. He also reviews movies and other controversial YouTubers. He's often represented by his robot character, which he mainly uses in his videos. So I'm reading through here, I realized that at some point he actually used a robot kind of fake voice. And I guess he stopped doing that.
It's probably for the better.
Which I guess maybe meant that he was a little bit, not sure of himself with his actual voice. Personal life. He was born December 9 of an unknown year, although someone in the comments says that it's 2001. And raised in California with 2 parents. He grew up in a heavily Christian and conservative household. He was homeschooled due to not getting vaccinated. Jar was encouraged to preach about Christianity and went to Sunday school, similarly to Jehovah's Witness. He was mostly rebellious against his lifestyle. This is written like a fucking idiot wrote this. Jar eventually left his household and went to college in 2013. So he didn't leave his house that whole time? Crazy. He described it being heavily liberal. And this shit right here, this next thing is like, what is it even saying? It was heavily liberal and students becoming easily irritable. One example was when a college student went to pick up his sister and Jar told him to say hi for her. The student proceeded to become enraged and had a meltdown. Jar used to believe that he accidentally might have tried to hit on her. What the fuck does that say?
What? Like no, like the whole structure there is kind of blowing my mind. Like
it's insane.
What the fuck?
Why is there a personal life section for like?
Well, I'm trying to figure out. Like, I want to go ahead and say maybe this was written by somebody who English was their second language.
Maybe.
Fuck.
It's not good. That does not convey anything like that.
Yeah.
I know less about him in his personal life now.
Yeah.
I have learned somehow negative value.
This is where it takes a weird, just like a random
this is crazy.
turn real quick. It says, after graduating, he created his first account and got a part-time job. Good. We're off to a good start. However, YouTube friends accused him of pedophilia, death threats, and lying without evidence. So wait, did they accuse him of lying? And then without evidence applies to all those things? Or was he accused of lying without evidence? I guess the first one would make some sense. He eventually joined a Facebook group called The Garden and recovered over time.
No, the first he struggled with depression and almost committed suicide, and then he joined The Garden and recovered over time.
I missed that part. Yeah, not good. So
that's wild.
There's a lot in that paragraph, man.
Yeah.
And so if it's readable.
To be clear, we're not making fun of the depression or almost committing suicide thing. That's fucking sucks, and glad that he didn't do that.
Yeah.
Who would we have made a video about that one time? That's really. I'm sorry.
I'm just in general. It is great that he's hopefully, as it says here, gotten better over time. That's great.
He recovered over time.
But this is still wild fucking thing to have on your wiki. They
dropped the PDF file stuff in there, just like, just drop that in here casually, and no big deal. It's in the middle of a list of other things, and we're just not even going to follow up on that.
Yeah, it's not important, guys. Move on. Nothing to see here. No.
His second account got hacked in 2018. Continued doing commentaries and talking about other events happening on YouTube. He also started during anime theories as well, I guess that's what that's supposed to say. Later surpassed his old account and decided to stop doing political videos in favor of other content. His current account has over 200,000 subs. Nice. So okay, here's politics. Classifies himself as a libertarian as he grew.
Oh no.
This is another one of those sentences that's like, what do you think you're saying here? He currently classifies himself as a libertarian as he grew up in a heavily Christian household while also growing up in California. Of course. Well, then,
clearly
he's going to be libertarian.
That's the natural progression.
Anybody that's grows up in California as a heavily Christian household is going to be a libertarian. Duh.
That's not confusing at all. Thank you.
He used to tackle videos about the issues of social justice and misunderstandings of conservative views. Some of his political videos have become controversial, such as his review of the Fuck Hate video about the Confederate flag. I bet he's got a real cool take about the Confederate flag.
From what we've seen, yes, I bet you it's really classy.
I mean, this is the guy that did the what was it, the paper bag rule or what?
Yeah, the paper bag rule. Guys, you can't be racist against what's her name, Halle Bailey. You can't be racist against her
because she's black enough to be racist against.
So there you
So
go.
you can be whatever, you can say whatever you want. Call her all kinds. It doesn't matter. You're not racist. So he has dyslexia. Okay. You know, that sucks. I imagine. I don't know. He's also on the autism spectrum.
It's a thing. I mean,
me too. I'm on the autism spectrum.
I have very mild dyslexia, but yeah, it is a thing that I occasionally deal with.
Turf is foreign. You know,
we
all have our weird afflictions, right? Like,
yeah, fuck you guys. Mine is objectively worse.
It's true.
Objectively.
So this comment randomly here just says his name is Luke. Okay.
Oh, cool.
I don't know if that's true or not.
So should we just do a quick glance over his video, or?
Yeah, that's fucking. I don't care. Whatever. You know.
My thing is. Sorry. There's not. I was just gonna say there's no highlights, but yeah, I just figure we'll go over the first few minutes, and I mean I'm sure just based on the past video, like we're going to get some gems fairly quickly on, and then I mean he's gonna prove us right very quickly. I know that.
And what I'll try and do with the edit is if hopefully he'll say something in what we look at here that somehow correlates to what we just covered, so that I can edit that in at the appropriate moment. That would be cool. We'll see how lucky we get with that, but.
Yeah,
like I'll edit in when we read that about him if it relates to something he actually says. So, all
right, ready to dive in?
Yeah.
So there's no highlight moments on YouTube, so I guess we'll just we're raw dogging this. We got this.
Raw dog.
That's my favorite kind.
Oh boy, Organized Chaos has responded to me. Yay! In fact, he actually responded to me 2 times. Now you're probably thinking that he went over the start of my video in the live stream and then continued responding to my video with his friends, right? Well, no. Both times he went over the start of my video, which is very weird. Like, I really wish this guy went over my whole video, but instead he only went over the start of it twice. But I am still happy that he brought his...
Yeah, because I thought it was hilarious, and I thought they would enjoy.
Yeah, man, we wanted to laugh at him too.
It was show and tell day.
Well, when you experience a video that's so bad and you just want to share it with your friends, you do that. I don't know how else to explain it.
But then it's also just so bad that you don't get any further in it because it's fucking hard to watch without stopping and shitting.
There's only so far you're gonna go. Yeah. Like when you do the paper bag test, that's kind of a showstopper right there. I'm just saying. Right. Maybe think twice before that excuse.
I mean, you may as well have brought up the fucking 1-drop rule, man. Come on.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, well, that was only after, by the way. Yeah. That was after he said that, basically there's just not enough Asian actors. Full of them anyway.
I mean, listen, we didn't go over it at the time, but like the reason why they recast the Ancient One was because the Ancient One in the comic book is Tibetan, and obviously Marvel wants to be friendly with China, so they can't bring up Tibet. It's a very controversial choice that Kevin Feige has come out and said he regrets doing. But it is what it is.
I think you're lying. I think it's because there's not enough Asian
people in the United States. Yeah.
And they were busy on other projects.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm not going to research anything and just say something off the cuff, that sounds like a good excuse. Let's go for that one.
I just want to say for the record, Jar, I would love to watch in the entirety of one of your videos. Can you please get less fucking just like hard to watch, please? Right.
Yeah.
That means I can make even more friends. Hooray! Now, because I'm doing a commentary on top of a commentary on top of a commentary, if he responds to this video, I'm probably not going to cover it, because at that point, it's going to get really confusing. Anyways, let's get on with Organized Chaos's first response to me.
Let's see, I don't know how long we'll get into this, but I did want to hit on this.
Aw, shucks, you want to hit on me? Aw, well, I hate to break it to you, but I'm not interested.
Just to
weird.
I don't know,
man. That's a fucking weird.
Guys, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, this is all right. I'm like, God damn it!
What the fuck was that?
Is he just gonna go over everything?
He's literally. I think it seems like he's just. you know, he's gonna make a comment on every literal thing that he thinks anytime you say something, right? Like, it doesn't matter if it's substantive. It doesn't matter if it matters to anything. It's like, because well, I guess what he was doing there is he saw an opportunity to do the worst, lamest, laziest fucking third grade gay joke that, you know.
That's literally what it was.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I'm not gay like you are because you said hit on this thing when obviously that's what you meant, hit on this topic and not me as a person, but I'm going to pretend like that's what it is because you're gay or something.
It's always impressed me, people who go to that length, you know, to make that kind of joke, you know, about like to prove that they're not gay and they want to call someone else gay because apparently that's a bad thing to them, right? It's like, well, why'd you think of it? From what Bob said, right? What made you think of that? Like that, like that's on you, buddy.
I don't know. You know, maybe look, considering what we now know, we could maybe consider that things like that are all in a desperate attempt to, you know, point the finger at everybody else instead of whatever those accusations that they didn't go into any detail about on his wiki, right?
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe he's just constantly trying to desperately deflect from that. It's like, all right, that's.
Well, I mean, here's the good news. I know specifically what he's going over now. So actually, let me go ahead. I go a little bit further in his video than we did when we were together. So I was thinking we could go over that and then
you went further with him.
Go over the highlights of the previous one, and then we could probably summarize this fairly quickly. He's gonna go through it piecemeal. Jesus.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Like if you had arguments to make, if you had things to say, you're probably not going to be able to, like, your brain's not going to be freed up to make a dumbass remark like that about just a casual common turn of phrase and try to turn that into some half-ass gay joke. Like, God, it's really stupid. Give us some substance, Bob. Give us the substance.
Yes, please.
Okay, here we go.
Before it came out, but the thing is, that video wasn't a review. But the video where I talked about Disney's live-action Little Mermaid was a review.
And 3 women in the thumbnail.
Yeah, 3 women from the 3 main movies I went over the most in that video. I'm gonna be honest here, women just do better in thumbnails than men. Is black? She's very light black. She could easily pass the paper bag test. If you don't know what that is, look it up.
And
I've seen people twist this point of mine, and I can finally set the record straight in this video.
Oh.
An on-paper bag test is a term in African American oral history, the 20th century, in which the individual skin tone is compared to the color of a brown paper bag. The test was determined what privileges an individual could have only with the skin.
Yeah, back in the day when people used to be really racist, they would only hire black actors and black actresses if they were lighter than paper bags.
So why would you bring that up, man?
Yeah, why are you? Yeah.
Oh, don't worry, Bob. This is only something they said back in the day when people were really racist.
Right.
He's only.
I'm just saying.
Racist.
He wouldn't pass this test. It's not even a test that people use anymore because it's from way back when people were super racist.
Yeah. Oh, you know this test that's really
defense.
fucking racist. You can't even pass that. But I'm not racist. What the fuck? And bro said, "Let me set the record straight."
Yeah, this is him setting the record straight.
So just to be clear, he's saying, "I am an old school racist," is what he's fucking saying.
Yeah. Listen, we gave an opportunity. We didn't have to look at this video, you know. And if we hadn't done that, we would have just gone on thinking, you know what, he said all that, he's just racist, right? But then now he had the opportunity and the chance to prove us otherwise. Yeah. And he says, "Oh yeah, I'm mega racist."
Yeah, he's saying he's not racist like the way
old school racist.
He's racist like they were racist in like the 1900s or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you remember when black people didn't have rights? Yeah, that's me back then.
Listen, I'm not racist. I'm Jim Crow racist.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck. Like, what was he expecting with this?
Yeah, like, look, I don't want them to be slaves or anything. They don't need to have the same rights as me, but you know, that's like
that's crazy.
That's Jim Crow racism for you. Oh my god, this guy sucks,
Jeez.
man. Like he doesn't even.
He's atrocious.
And it's like he thinks he is so fucking. I don't know, man. I think
Up
this is
his own
kind of
butt.
YouTube brain. He's been doing this a long time, right? So like I think he just kind of gets like up his own ass with like thinking he's doing little dunks that score points, and somehow that everyone is going to agree with him that he's scoring these points or something. And so he doesn't ever fucking question anything. I don't know how somebody gets like this, man.
It's special.
Educated more people on this dark, awful time in American history.
He says I'm not racist, and then does a racist thing?
Oh, really? Where's the racist thing? I'm looking for it. I sure don't see it. Oh, you're calling me racist because you think I agree with the paper bag test. Well, I don't. I brought that up because as racist as people were back then, they would still let someone like her act. I'm just saying that she's black, but she's not that black.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
As if that's a good explanation.
Is he doing this to us on purpose? Is he?
Is insane.
Is he fucking with us right now? Like, is this?
Bro recorded this and was like, "Yeah, this is a good idea."
Yeah,
like,
I got him with this one.
Yeah, she would pass the paper bag test, which I wouldn't give it to her, but I would bring it up right now and then defend. Like, what the fuck are you doing, man?
Some old test that nobody fucking uses anymore that racists developed. Yeah, I would use that on her. Yeah,
that almost like single-handedly. Look, I'm pretty aware of a lot of stuff, as far as like, history of the U.S. and social progress, and even some, different eras of types of racism and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'd never heard of the paper bag rule. And now exclusively because this one guy brought it up.
Dug it up.
It could have been left in the fucking dustbins of history, just like a sad a footnote for whenever you're learning about the history of racism. Like, oh god, that's
I love his fucking logic here, where he's like I'm not saying that I'm using this, right? I'm just saying that even back when people were really racist, they would use this on her. And if we're being honest, she's not that black.
Right. I'm saying I would have let her be an actress. I would have let her to have a job, if it was me.
If I was back in the good old days.
She's not so black that I wouldn't hire her.
I'll never accept because we see this a lot with people's videos where they're like I'm not this, but then they go on to prove that they are, right? Like it's not enough to say that you're not something. Like that's just not enough if you go off and prove that you are exactly that thing. This is why we can never get far into a fucking Just a Robot video, because he can't get past that himself. He's had multiple chances now to make up for what he said, or bring more context to it, or explain himself, and he's just making it worse.
He just has his shovel and he's digging that hole.
He could say that look, this is something I learned about one time, and I thought this is a really fucked up thing that they used to do in history, and I was referencing that as just like a way of saying, guys, I'm really racist.
It still ends up at the point where it's like, yeah, that's still fucking racist.
There's no place to hide that. You just gotta fucking accept it and be like, you know what? You're right. You're right. You got me there.
All right.
Holy shit.
Those are very nice sounds you're making and all, but can you come up with an argument as to how this is racist, please?
Wow.
We don't have to.
Okay.
You made it pretty fucking clear.
The frustrating thing about dealing with bigots, as I know you guys understand, is that like there's like no way to convince them of bigotry, because that's kind of what being a bigot is like you see this thing as being just fine and normal and good, right? Like, and how what do you mean it's racist? Like it seems insane that somebody would say that about something that you're saying or whatever, and it's like, no, that's the bigotry, that's the racism right there.
Like it's hard to make an argument to him about why he's racist when he doesn't see being racist or like proving being racist as an argument,
when he just thinks,
what more can we do?
Nope, that seems reasonable. Let's do that.
It's like, but come with an argument. Well,
I kind of want to, going forward, if we ever have like a debate or we talk to somebody or whatever, that's like, I just want to start with asking somebody, what do you think is the point at which racism exists? Like bigotry.
That is
like,
a good place,
what is the thing that someone has to say or do in order for you to go, that's fucking racist? Then at least we could know from the outset, like, okay, that's where your threshold is. Gotcha.
We didn't have to look at this video, and if we hadn't done that, we would have just gone on thinking, you know what, he said all that, he's just racist, right? But then now he had the opportunity and the chance to prove us otherwise.
Yeah.
And he says, oh yeah, I'm mega racist.
Yeah, he's not racist like the way
old school
racist. He's racist like they were racist in like the 1900s or something. I don't know.
Yeah. It's like, oh, you remember when black people didn't have rights? Yeah, that's me back then.
Listen, I'm not racist. I'm Jim Crow racist.
Oh my god.
Oh fuck. Like, what was he expecting with this?
I don't know, man. I think I've lost it. I don't think I can.
Yeah. I don't know how. I don't know what we're gonna get out of this.
It's pretty bad.
It's really bad.
You're just toxic. Shut up. You're just toxic.
I've seen some really dark paper bags. I've seen some kind of light ones too. So I don't even know if that is a useful measurement.
It's almost like it's a dumb measurement made by racists to be racist.
Yeah. It's almost like that. It's almost like this guy's kind of racist too, but
yeah,
but he's just a robot. So
it's just a little robot.